Afternoon, everyone. We would like to welcome our 2022 champion of the Cadence Bank Houston Open. Tony, first off, congratulations on capturing your 5th PGA Tour victory. Just want to open up with some comments about what it was getting a dominant win.
Yeah, thanks. I think I said it on air right after I finished. When I teed off this morning, I felt a little off, honestly. It's not easy sleeping on the lead, and I didn't know if I had it in me, but you just take it a shot at a time, and I thought that to kind of just settle me in, and then I was able to make some big putts on 8 and 9 just to kind of open up this tournament. But really pleased with the performance overall, and especially the way I'm putting it. That was quite a clinic out there over the week.
I know 3M Open win was special, where you had all your family in attendance, but what did it mean to have wife and son come out and join for this?
Special. I think they see the hours put in, and they're very supportive. They always have been. My son's like my biggest fan. He's also my biggest critic. Anytime, if I make a double bogey or something, he'll be the first one to point that out. It doesn't matter if it's a 65 or what happened on this hole. You just made a 7, But he's my biggest fan, my biggest critic. It's amazing to have him here, and of course my wife. She's been so supportive of my career since we've been married, and they're very special to have in my life, but especially just to be supporting me and to have them here with me this week.
With that, we'll go and open up a couple questions to the media. We'll start off here in the front with Dale.
Speaking of your family, did she come in just for the final round today?
Yeah, they flew in. I think they got here when I made the turn or something like that.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah, they got here just in time, I think, to watch the back 9. So apparently she must have had a good feeling about today. I'll tell you what, she felt a lot better than I did if that was the case.
Well, when you obviously didn't make a whole lot happen on the back 9, but you obviously did not need to make a whole lot happen. Were you just trying to say, just don't do anything stupid going in?
Yeah, it's kind of it's a place I've never been before. I've never had an 8-shot lead on the final round on tour, so it's an interesting mindset. It's a little bit of don't screw it up, or maybe if we hit some good shots, we can extend this lead. So you kind of live in the middle. I felt like out there, I kind of lived in the middle out there, and I will say on 14 and 15, I got a little impatient. We were waiting on the group in front of us, and I just felt like we've been out there forever. It literally felt like this tournament wasn't going to end. I'm like, am I ever, were we ever going to get to 17 or 18? So I tried to muster up as much patience as I could. I think that short putt I missed on 15 was I just didn't take the time I needed to hit the putt, and I missed a short one. But overall, this was a special week. I won this golf tournament from start to finish. I don't know if I've done that in my career. Maybe I could mortgage, but to have played that well for 4 straight days, that's what it's all about, and all the hard work is starting to pay off, which is fun.
You've said this every day that obviously winning back-to-back in July, it changes your whole mindset. You can win, and here you are, right? You were thinking thoughts out there today that you might not have been thinking 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, no question. When I say I don't know if I thought I had it in me, sometimes you just don't know what the day's going to bring. Those emotions, you just have to fight throughout the day, and I was able to fight them and just execute when I needed to, and I definitely have the confidence to win, and I showed that out there today.
Tony, Bradley's up.
Tony, all wins are different. Obviously, this is your 3rd in this calendar year. How is this one different than the 2 during the summer?
Yeah, every win is special in its own way. I took quite a bit of time off, over this fall. I wanted to be with my family, and I knew after the President's Cup that I was going to shut it down until last week in Mexico, and I committed to that. But when I did pick the clubs back up after a little break, I was eager to compete, and that's a nice feeling to have, having played so many tournaments. This is my 9th season now. To actually have that real excitement to compete, I felt that over the last couple of weeks, and I was after missing the cut last week, I was disappointed, but I was very eager to just get back out and play again and have that opportunity. I feel like I live a very blessed life. I can play whatever golf tournament on the PGA Tour I want. Obviously, it has a lot to do with my play, but I just feel very blessed, and so I approached this week kind of with that mindset. and things just went my way, and it was a week to remember.
Going back to what you said about maybe just things were a little off today, how did you kind of combat that when you got to the golf course, got into your warm up, and then out on the golf course as well?
Yeah, I mean, you just try and talk yourself into positive thoughts, as well as good as you can. I had a little bit of a short warm up. I had to go to the restroom in the middle of my warm up, and so I didn't get to hit as many balls as I think I would have liked. But I knew I was playing well, and I thought just in my mind I had it at the end of the day, if I just keep hitting good shots, I'm going to be really hard to catch. And I really calmed myself down there. I think, right through the middle of the front nine, hit some fairways, made some putts for birdie, and then I was just kind of on my way.
And we'll go back, Sean Martin.
You led the field in both driving accuracy and greens hit. Where did this rank for weeks as far as feeling in control of your ball?
Yeah, probably the best driving week I've had in my career. At least that's how it felt. I don't know how, yesterday I hit, for the first time in my career, I hit all 13 fairways, 100% in fairways in regulation. I've never done that in my career, so definitely drove the ball. And then it's a lethal combo, and I feel like this is the best putting week I've had as well. So you combine those two, and, you can get a kind of a runaway win like I had. So it's very encouraging for me, as I move forward throughout the season.
I saw you were 40th in driving distance last year. Obviously, we know what you're capable with as far as how far you can hit it. Is that a continued theme of kind of dialing it back a little to have more control?
I never looked at anything as dialing back. It's just more of, I've become a very precision player. I always have enough in the tank when I feel like I need it. On a golf course like this, there was a couple of times where, I can open up a little bit. I think, notably like on 16 today, there's a hazard on the right about 295. I just give it a little extra to make sure if I push that ball, the one mistake I can't make is hit it in that water. So little things like that. But it's a luxury to have speed. That's at the end of the day, it's always been a luxury for me. And so being as precise as I am now off the tee, it's a fun game hitting from the fairway a lot. I didn't have that. I didn't hit a lot of fairways growing up. I hit it very, very far, but that occasional hook, duck hook or slice was right around the corner. And it's nice to have the type of control that I had over the driver this week for sure.
Tony, sorry if you answered this similarly already, but 3 wins in your last 7 starts. Is this the most that all parts of your game have been clicking in your career?
Yeah, this is definitely the most all parts of my game have been clicking. But, I would say, I've played a lot of good golf for a while. I didn't have a lot of wins to show for it. But I've pieced together a game, and that's what you have to do out here. With my experience, again, as I alluded to, trying to be more of a precision player because I don't lack speed. So learning how to drive it in the fairway, working on my wedge game, working on my putter, those are all things that I've worked extremely hard on. And I feel like I've been a very solid player for a long time, but it's exciting for me that I'm getting better. And that's all I can ask of myself is try and get better in the areas that I really need to, and then remember why you are where you are. I think I don't go too far away from the DNA of my game and how I see the game, and I think I'm kind of bearing the fruits of how I see the game now, and I'm able to hit the shots that I can see, which is pretty cool.
In a similar vein, mentally, is this the best you've felt knowing that you have the ability to finish off these tournaments?
Yeah, I've always felt like I've been very mentally strong, and sometimes I feel like once my game matches up to my mental attitude, I feel like I can be a great player. I feel like I've been a good player, showed some brilliance in spurts, but being consistently great takes a full game, both mental and physical. And I feel like, honestly, just my physical game is starting to match up to my mental. I feel like I've always been tough. I've always been strong mentally. Having a game that matches that, I think, is a great combination, and I'm starting to see that in myself.
And we'll finish up here with Richard up front.
Tony, you were holding that trophy up quite a few times, getting a lot of pictures taken. And you can tell the crowd really appreciated you. Figure you're a real good champion. But could you feel the support of the crowd and the gallery all day?
Yeah, it was very overwhelming me in my favor. I feel like, I heard a lot of chants, Tony chants. It's pretty humbling, really. I'm a little obnoxious to it sometimes when you're out there playing, because I can't open up and acknowledge everybody because I'm trying to stay as in the moment as I can. But it is pretty humbling to hear, I have so many fans, especially here in H-Town, and it was special to have all those fans out there cheering for me.
All right, thank you.
Perfect.
Thanks.
With that, we go and conclude things. Again, congratulations, Tony.
Thank you.